Love lives here.
All right, so y'all had homework this week, right? Stu, are you out there? I know you've been working on your homework. There he is. All right. Yep, he just poked his head in. So your homework, remember, Reverend Sanjay gave you the instrument of peace, St. Francis of Assisi's instrument of peace prayer, his prayer. And so you had the opportunity then to sit with that prayer and go in and take it into contemplation and allow the prayer itself to reveal things to you. And I specifically said that very last line of the prayer, it is in dying that we are born to eternal life. And I told you then, and I'm telling you again, it doesn't mean that once you croak, pushing up daisies on the other side of the grass, right, that you then experience eternal life, right? That's not the way we look at it. So, my beloveds, I know you did your homework, so I'm going to ask, what does we die so that we may have eternal life mean? Very good, Chester. We die to our old beliefs. Ooh, crackling. We die to our old beliefs. Stu, is that what you came up with too when you were doing that? No, but it sounds better than... Chester sounds a lot better. All right, okay. Chester sounds better. Yeah, so, yes.
So we change the way that we look at life in order to accept more life to our presence.
Awesome, Alan. We change the way we look at our life so that we can accept more awesome life to ourselves, right? That's also a great definition, isn't it? Anybody else? Now that we're on the right track? We let go. Okay? Let go of things that no longer serve us. Let go of the old ways of thinking. Let go of the old ways of belonging. So in other words, we, as Joel Goldsmith says, die daily. We die daily. So every night when you go to sleep, there you go, right? You die daily. You die to what has been that day. And every morning you wake up new. You wake up with new possibilities, fresh ideas, fresh possibilities, new ways of thinking, new ways of believing, a fresh outlook on life. So every day is an opportunity to experience the eternal life that you are, correct? Because we already know that we're eternal. There is no stopping us. There is no, energy does not just disappear. Energy just simply shifts the way it shows up in the world, yes? So, that's why I'm getting feedback. There we go. So energy just shifts. It just shifts. So we are eternal. We don't, stop existing. We continue on in a different manner, different shape, different form, okay? So that's your homework for last week. So now we're talking this week. You ready for this week now? You sure? All right, so question number 1 for you today. Pop quiz. What is your purpose in life? And you all should be able just to recite this to me without any hesitation whatsoever. Yes, ma'am. Woo! A+++, gold stars for Leslie. Your purpose in life is to be the power and the presence of love. Nothing else. That's it. That's the sole purpose of everybody. To be the power and the presence of love. Everybody else writing that down again, making sure you know that, because, it's not like I haven't been saying that for 7 years. But, Leslie gets it. Yay. All right. So it's to be the power and the presence of love on earth. So then, what is your vision? This is the bonus round. This is the bonus extra points. This is the extra credit points. What's the vision? What's your vision? Everybody's like, come on, Leslie, come on, Leslie. What's your vision? The vision, your highest expression of your life, right? What is Spirit's highest idea of your life? That highest idea of your life is the way that Spirit expresses its power and presence of love through and as you, right? So it is the way that Spirit expresses the power and the presence of love in, through, and as you. So we each have perhaps a collective vision, but we each have an individualized vision for our lives, how we show up in the world, how we express in the world, what we are called to be, what we are called to do, how we are called to express. These beloveds over here at the table there, our band, they are called to part of their calling, part of their expression, part of the vision for their lives, the high expression, the highest idea of their lives is sharing their music and sharing their talents and sharing their love through music and of music with all of us, to uplift us, to move us, to allow us to feel and experience different emotions, different feelings through music, through the way they do that, and the harmonies and the dissonance and the space in between the notes. It's all part of how their vision, the way that they are being invited to express themselves in the world as the power and the presence of love that's unique to them. Isn't that wonderful? And we get to witness it, we get to experience it weekly with them. Beautiful. Give them a round of applause. But see, sometimes when we have the vision, right, the vision is so big, or it feels so broad that it's hard to Jeff, you talk about living the vision. You talk about living my vision, living your vision. Excuse me. You talk about that, but it's really kind of hard to do. And I've shared with you a discernment process to help you break down as to what needs to be released, what needs to be embraced, right? What needs to be embodied so that you can begin to live more fully into your vision, because that is part of the visioning process, is understanding what must be released, what must be embraced, what must be embodied, right? That's part of the vision, and that's part of the way that we discover our path to the vision, toward the vision. And what I want to share with you today in the idea of radiating love and the idea of vision is something that my friend Amber Vilhauer calls microvision. Microvision. You ready for this one? It's exciting. Amber Vilhauer wrote a book called Infinite Impact, and she is an award-winning businesswoman that I have the pleasure of working with in a different capacity. But I have the pleasure of working with her and studying from her and learning from her and working with her. So, what Amber defines as the microvision, or how she looks at the microvision, because, companies have these high ideas, right? They have these big visions, or like for us, we envision a world that works for everyone in all of creation, right? That's our vision at CSL. Well, how in the heck do you know that you are creating a world that works for everyone in all of creation on a daily basis? You don't. You're right, you don't. But what if there was a way to know that you were creating a world that works for everyone in all of creation, Corey? What if there was a way? Would you like to know that? Yes. Okay, fantastic. Because there is a way, all right? So I'm going to tell you about that in a second. And then, if there is a microvision, there is a way so that you can begin to see how you, part of the larger vision for Centers for Spiritual Living and part of the larger vision for even your own life, of creating a world that works for everyone in all of creation. And then, what is the why? What is your why? What is your purpose? What is, not your purpose, but what is that driving factor behind it so that, you're getting what you're giving? Let me try that again. You're getting what you're giving. There, the arms match that time. You're getting what you're giving, right? That it's an exchange, right? Because there is that question that we all ask, whether we want to ask it or not, the Witham question. You know what Witham is? What's in it for me? Right? And so if we don't know what's in it for me, if we can't answer that question for ourselves, the why, then it makes, well, why do I want to live in a world that works for everyone in all of creation? I'm perfectly happy living in a world that works for moi. Y'all, good luck, right? So why then would I want to? What is my motivating factor? What is that driving factor behind it for me to want to create a world that works for everyone in all of creation? Tracking so far? All right, close your eyes for a moment. If you're comfortable, and if you're not comfortable, then look, slightly gaze down the end of your nose. Either way. Taking a sip of coffee so I can continue to talk. All right. So, what I invite you to do is take a few deep breaths and just center in to your body, center into this moment. Roxanne loves these closed eye processes that we do. So just center in for a moment. And allow an image of one person to come to mind. Allow the image of this person to bubble up in your intuition. In that same space that we would do envisioning or spiritual discernment, that is what you're tapping into now. And it is allowing this person to represent the one person that you want to impact in your life. Someone that you are uniquely meant to support based on your own life experience. It's the one person who's out in the world having a difficult time, feeling alone in some of their thoughts and feelings. The one who needs your wisdom now more than ever before. So don't judge it or try to change it. Just naturally see what comes up for you. And allow a name to come up for this person. It might be a person you know, but it might not be, right? So just allow the name of this person to come up. And go ahead and smile at them. Greet them. Now we're going to move into how you will impact this person. This is going to move into your microvision. Because we're looking for very specific ways that you are uniquely designed to offer that will impact this person quickly, easily, and naturally. So, what guidance would you provide to help them shift their mindset and think differently? Don't worry about the speed of this. Just simply allow. What fears or challenges can you inspire them to overcome? How can walking beside you help them to feel more confident? How will you inspire them? And what will they be thanking you for? breathing and going a little bit deeper. Imagine now how much it will mean to this person to be impacted in the ways you've just identified. Perhaps they'll feel safe or loved or free for the first time in their lives. Tap into that one feeling that you want this person to experience the most as a result of working with you, being around you, being in your presence. What is the one feeling, the one single feeling that you want this person to experience the most from your interactions with them? Perhaps it's joy, freedom, light, love, peace, harmony. What is the one feeling that you want them to experience? They will be impacted in lots of ways because of you. But imagine where they are at the beginning of their journey with you and where they grow into the person that they become. What are they going to feel that meets their deepest core need? Just the first feeling that pops up. And now, in almost an instant, we can flip that scene around and imagine that that one word does for you in this moment. What that one word that you've identified does for you in this moment. You see, by impacting this person in a variety of ways, you are helping them to feel this feeling, which in turn helps you to feel the same feeling. Imagine having a harmonious relationship with this person where you're giving to them, and just by giving to them, you are being filled up in return. Just through your giving to them, you are being filled up in return. You are in perfect harmony together, moving forward, giving and receiving and giving and receiving. Appreciate it. Appreciate this connection, this bond that you now have with this person. And I invite you to thank this person for coming and visiting with you today, knowing that you will see them again. Smile gently. Feel the fire, the passion, the love in your heart. And with your next breath, I invite you to return to this time and space, returning to this room. Everybody have their word, their feeling, idea? So Amber's microvision, the microvision, the way she moves in the world, the way she interacts with every interaction, is she wants to help people feel seen, heard, and valued. So with every interaction that she has, she shows up with the intention that the person she's interacting with feels seen, heard, and valued. And when she shows up this way, it's really easy for her to see how she's having an impact on this person. It's easy to see how her vision, her overall vision, her larger vision is coming into fruition in that moment. Because being present, she sees you, she values you, she hears you. And that person feels seen, heard, and valued. And her core feeling that she wants the other person to express or to experience is freedom. Freedom to be their authentic selves. And so when she is giving, the seen, heard, and valued, the other person is feeling seen, heard, and valued, but they're feeling a sense of freedom, that they can be authentically themselves. And in so doing, in giving that, she is also feeling the freedom to be authentically herself, because she is in alignment with her vision and her purpose, her why, not her purpose, but her why, right? What's in it for her? So for me, in working with her, I've identified that my micro vision is to help folks experience acceptance, inclusion, and connection. So in every interaction that I engage in, I bring this new attention, I bring my intention to this with interactions of acceptance, inclusion, and connection. And when you feel that from me, you are feeling a sense of love and belonging. And when you are feeling that sense of love and belonging, guess what's happening within me? I'm feeling the love and the belonging. I'm feeling that connection. I'm feeling the love and belonging. And so this is how I am uniquely showing up as part of my overall vision, how it fits into a vision of a world that works for everyone in all of creation. And I get to see it daily, even get to see it multiple times a day in each interaction that I'm intentional with, not just like, right? But each interaction that I'm intentional with, the resonance that then happens because I am bringing my microvision, I'm bringing my intention to it, and I'm also understanding my why. What is my great motivator? Love and belonging. Then I am living in the vision, and I am what? Doing what? Title of today's talk, radiating love. I am radiating, absolutely radiating the presence and power of love on earth that is my purpose, is your purpose, is our purpose. That's what's then happening, is I'm radiating the love. Sound good? All right, so we're going to go to tables, and you're going to have a chance to share at your tables. You're going to be looking at the questions here of what is your intention in every action, every interaction? What is your intention? What is the feeling that you want the other person to experience? What is the feeling that you want to experience? And then come up with an idea or come up with a way, an action of how you will radiate love this week. So those are your questions. So we'll go to tables now. The beauty of this is that when we set the intention to show up in the world, like Amber does with allowing the other person to feel seen, heard, and valued, right? Then she experiences freedom. And the other person experiences freedom, and so does she. And so it's this ever-givingness. It's the ever-givingness of spirit, because it is an eternal fountain, if you will, right? It's this constant fountain. It's this constant flame that's on fire. And so Ernest Holmes had said, let me scroll up here. Where's my note? There he is. Ernest said, love is the central flame of the universe, right? Love is the central flame of the universe. Nay. He says nay. N-A-Y, not N-E-I-G-H, but, we have to make it fun. So, love is the central flame of the universe, nay, the very fire itself. Love is the self-givingness through creation. Remember that self-givingness is the ever-givingness, is how Ernest Holmes defines love. So, love is the self-givingness through creation, the imparting of the divine through the human. So he said that it is a self-givingness of spirit. Self-givingness is love and the ever-givingness. So this is that eternal flame. So even as we began earlier, right, that we die so that we may have eternal life. This is the eternal life that we're talking about. This is that the ever-givingness of Spirit, the love of Spirit, the ever-givingness that is forever flowing. And what is so beautiful about this approach to vision, about this approach to why, about this approach to radiating love, is that you are constantly being resourced. You are constantly being resourced, meaning that it is forever flowing. It is the cycle that is forever flowing and giving of itself. It doesn't get stuck. You don't get depleted. You don't get burnt out, because you're approaching this from the place of the microvision of knowing how it is that you would like to impact without attachment, and what it is that you would like to feel, what you want them to feel, what you want you to feel, right? And so I love this quote from Charles Fillmore, the founder of Unity, co-founder of Unity, with his wife. And I love this. You ready for this? I fairly sizzle with zeal and enthusiasm and spring forth with a mighty faith to do the things that ought to be done by me. So, this week, I want you to fairly sizzle with zeal and enthusiasm. That is your assignment, is to sizzle with zeal and enthusiasm by bringing your best self, your microvision, your why to every interaction. Sound good? Easy homework? All right, and so it is. And as they do, I invite the rest of us just to go ahead and close our eyes. Let's come together in consciousness, shall we? Recognizing here and now that there is just the self-givingness, the eternal ever-givingness of Spirit that is truly all that there is. This ever-givingness is love. This ever-givingness is life. This ever-givingness is peace and joy and harmony. This ever-givingness is forever expressing itself in, through, and out, and as all of creation, all of life. Therefore, I know that I am one with it. I am an expression of it. It lives, moves, breathes, and has its being in, through, and as me. And as I know that this is true of me, I know that this is true of everyone gathered here this day. That right where each one is, the power and the presence of love is. Each one, through each one, this power and the presence of love radiates out into a greater expression. And so I speak my word for this community here and now, recognizing that we have a larger vision for our lives, that we have caught this larger vision that is part of the larger vision of a world that works for everyone and all of creation. And we are an individualized expression. Our vision, our individualized visions are part of this. Our individualized visions are part of how we show up as the power and the presence of love in the world. And so we have identified today how we can experience the impact of this through our microvision, through our why, through what it is that is deeply connected and our hearts are ablaze and on fire with and around. So we have done this. And so we call this forth now, and this week we go out into the world and we radiate love. People can't do anything except experience the love that we are. They can't help but experience it, and we can't help but share it. And so for this and so much more, I do give thanks. I release this word, and I let it be, and so it is. So I invite everybody to stand, and let's say this affirmation together. It's an easy one. All right. With all the R's that we identified earlier, right? Radiate. So here we go. Nice and loud. I radiate love everywhere I go. Yes. So something wonderful is happening through me right now. It is this thing called love. Love is in my mind. Love is in my body. Love is in everything I do. I am it, I share it, I receive it, and I move love forward. I radiate it because love lives here.